Oh my god, yeah, it's been like only 3 days since the last vlog came out and I'm dropping another video. Oh my god, I must be on the roll. You guys are so not used to this. What up, it's your boy Sorma, and today we're gonna do something a little different than what I've been doing for the past year. Something that I have not done in a very long time, which is stand in front of somewhat of a background and do a Q&A video. I ain't did a Q&A video in ages. But you know me, I'm Sorma, I can't just do anything regular because I'm not a regular person, okay? So the name Q&A just ain't gonna work. I figured since we finna be lit like a tit and y'all finna ask me shit, we should just call it a litty titty ask me shitty. Welcome to my first litty titty ask me shitty. About 2.5, 3 weeks ago, a long ass time ago, I asked y'all to drop me some questions on my story, on my Instagram story, and I'm finna answer some of them right now. I also dropped a question, thingy on my Instagram story earlier this week. So I'll be answering some of those questions that came in as well. So let's jump right on into this thing. I'm so extra. So I got my questions here. So I got my questions here on my trap phone because I'm using my actual phone to record this. Look, it's Cameron. So I'm gonna just read the questions from here and we're gonna go from there. Okay. First question, will you ever eat healthy? I know exactly who sent this question too. This question is from my friend and my language and communication theory classmate, Lauren, because she's a gluten-free head-ass girl who's trying to get me to eat healthy. I eat what the hell I want to eat. She be getting on me because I'm walking in class almost every day with a snack and an orange juice. And she's like, oh my God. I'm like, shut your ass up. You eat healthy. Oh wait, you are eating healthy. You eat unhealthy. Shit. What is your favorite cuisine? Food. I am a foodie. If it's edible and it's not wild, I will eat it, okay? As long as you ain't feeding me bats, okay? We good. Your favorite YouTubers? I'm not in any particular order. James Charles, Lily Singh, Humble the Poet, Dr. Sandra Lee, Dr. John Gilmore. Yeah, that's pretty much it right now. There's also a bunch of like YouTube couples like Alex and Mikey, or is it Mikey and Alex? Alex and Mikey, and then there's a few other like gay couples that I watch and stuff like that. So yeah. What's your favorite book? I hate reading in English. I've only read a handful of books in my life, and most of those are because I had to read them for either a summer reading assignment or for an assignment in class. But I tell you right now, I'm not a fan of reading and I won't do it. You can't make me. If you know anything about me, I'm ADHD as hell. And black and white text, English text, because we all know how terrible of a language English is, they just don't stimulate me. However, when I'm reading Gurbani and I'm reading something that's in a different language, I love it. But that wasn't the question. The question was, what is my favorite book? The only English book that I can read from cover to cover and enjoy it. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That is my favorite all-time story. My favorite story of all time. See, this is why I don't like English. I can't even speak it right. I can't even speak it correctly. See, look at me. What's the first thing you're eating or / doing when the lockdown ends? Look, I've been eating every damn thing, okay? Since the lockdown started, okay? All the restaurants are still open, from Whataburger to Jack in the Box to McDonald's to Five Guys, all that kind of stuff. I've been eating all that. One thing that I haven't eaten since the lockdown has started pretty much is langar. So that means the first place that I'm going and the first thing I'm eating after quarantine is over is the Gurdwara, and I'm going to eat langar. What's the best thing you love about Lush and Bath and Body Works? Lush, I love Lush so much because it's the very exotic / tropical natural smells that you can smell from Lush. I love the aromatherapy is everything to me. I love smelling stuff. But I've noticed over the past year that I am actually my skin has always been very sensitive, and I'm actually finding out that I'm allergic to a lot of things that you can buy in the store. So for example, I figured out that I'm allergic to Irish Springs body wash and hygiene products and stuff like that. So I stopped using Irish Spring because it would cause me to burn all over my body and break out. The only stuff that I can really use is Axe body wash and anything that comes from Lush or Bath and Body Works. Lush is more of like soaps and bath bombs and relaxation, spa, aromatherapy type place. So that's what I love about that, which is why I love Lush the most. But Bath and Body Works, on the other hand, is a very, very homey. There's a lot of different smells like vanilla bean and all that other stuff. They have a wider variety of like homey products, so like candles and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. What's your favorite musical instrument? My favorite musical instrument is an instrument called the Hammond B3 organ. It is a very, very versatile, beautiful instrument. And I hope that one day when I can afford to buy a $5,000 to $32,000 instrument, then I can. Who are your favorite music artists? My favorite music artists right now, I'll tell you, number one is always and forever going to be Michael Jackson, okay? Nobody can top Michael Jackson. Then, of course, you have the 1975. I love Matty Healy. Matty Healy's amazing. He's a genius. I love Disclosure, the house duo, should I say. And then also, I love Machel Montano because soca is life, bruh. What are your favorite Michael Jackson songs? Number one has to be Wanna Be Started Something, but I prefer the live versions over the recorded versions. Number two would have to be Working Day and Night. I also prefer the live version rather than the studio recorded version. And then number three would have to be Human Nature, and I prefer the recorded version rather than the live versions. Unless we're talking about This Is It. This Is It was a pretty good live version. Where were you raised and what type of household / family? Ha! Now you're getting deep. I was raised on a small island off the coast of Texas. Yes, Texas has islands. A small island, small city called Galveston, Texas. And it's pretty much a hellhole for anybody who's under the age of 25 because there's nothing to do there. I was raised in your traditional-ish Black household, collard greens, cornbread, sweet potatoes, all that kind of stuff. I was raised in a Christian family. My mom wasn't the churchy type. Like I've only seen my mom in church like 2 or 3 times in the entirety of my life. And 2 of them were funerals. But she's the type that prays a lot, and I know that when I wake up on Saturday morning and I hear gospel music playing loud in the house, that it's time to clean up the whole damn house. I was also raised in a type of family where kids behaved and did what they were supposed to do, and if they didn't, they got their ass beat. Oh, how the times have changed. Do you eat meat? Do you eat meat? Do you eat the meat? Are you single? Shit. Come get the banana. I am so single and so ready to mingle. So guys, hit me up. I am dreadfully single. Like, this is how single I am. That single. Last question. Why do you want to move to LA? Okay. This is a very deep question for me. I've wanted to move to LA since I was a child. Like, I loved LA. And it's not because of the whole glitz and glam and fame and all that kind of stuff. I want to move to pursue my dreams thing. Like, no. Even if I didn't have the dream to be an entertainer, I would still move to LA. And let me tell you why. Like I said, I was raised on a small city on a small island in Texas. You know, every single, I mean, it wasn't like a small city. It wasn't a town. It was a legit city. But like, you know, it's fairly small. It's small enough to where all of your destinations are 5 to 7 minutes away from each other. And there's nothing really for a young person to do there in Galveston. So, I mean, growing up as a kid and stuff, I wasn't dirt poor, like not dirt poor at all, but I definitely wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I also grew up as an only child, which means like I got nearly damn near everything that I wanted. Like I was a lot more fortunate than a lot of other kids because my Christmases were unmatched to anyone that I've ever seen in my life. Like I had everything that I could ever ask for each and every Christmas. So it's not like I didn't like get some of the things that I wanted. I got a lot of the stuff that I wanted, but we weren't rich enough to be like, oh, hey, let's go on a vacation, or hey, let's go to Disneyland, or let's go to Disney World, or let's go to Universal Studios. We didn't have that type of money. And especially after Hurricane Ike hit Galveston, and the economy went for like a shit spin. I barely had any friends or anything like that and nowhere to go. It was all just school, home, grandma's house, church. School, home, grandma's house, church. School, Amy's house, home, grandma's house, church. That's all it was. And most of the time I'd be spending time by myself at home, you know, on the computer all the time. And then I feel like the computer is my escape. And then like I found out about LA and how like the vibe of the city is so much like my own personality. Like I'm not saying I have multiple personalities disorder, but there's a few different sides to me. And just like LA, like each city has its own special vibe and they're so distinct. You can literally cross a street in LA. Like you can cross the street and there's an immediate change in the atmosphere of the place and even the physical like appearance of the city. You can tell when you leave Venice and cross into Santa Monica because like it's like the ratchet immediately stops and like the glitz and glamour starts to happen. The more, you know, expensive stuff looks. And that's kind of like me. Like it depends on how I'm feeling, like how I'm acting. Like sometimes I'm very caring and compassionate, and then other times I'm just like the real ignorant as hell and I'll cuss your ass out. It reminds me of me. And then also architecturally, I love like modern architecture and I love the Hollywood. Even the idea of the Hollywood sign fascinated me as a kid. And even now, I live in San Antonio. I used to be absolutely fascinated with the Alamo when I was a kid. So moving to San Antonio, Alamo City, and seeing the Alamo for the first time and living in a city where, you know, I feel like I already had a connection with the city, which is why I love living here. But that connection is so much more deep for me when it comes to LA because of the vibe out there, the energy out there, and especially it solidified that in my mind when I went there the first time and I was like, oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. I can go on and on about this. I might make this a separate video, but I'm gonna cut it because ain't nobody got time for that. What I want to say is thank you guys so much for joining me for my first Litty Titty Ask Me Shitty. If you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up. Share the video with all your friends. Leave a comment down below. If you have any more questions you want to ask me, drop them down in the comment section below and I'll try to get some of them in for the next Litty Titty Ask Me Shitty. Thank you guys so much for your overwhelming support in the past couple of days. It really means a lot. Also, thank you to Humble the Poet for letting me join your live stream this morning. I'm still shaking. Thanks for your advice. I very well appreciate it. And before I let you guys go, there's one thing that I'm going to start saying at the end of all of my videos. And that is, there is a peace, a contentment, a treasure inside of you that nothing else in the entirety of this world can match. Not a house, not a car, not money, not fame, not this many followers, not this many videos, not this many views. There is something on the inside of you that is also present in every single thing. Connect to that and find your true happiness. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!